Yo, what is up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another video here today, and in this video I'm going to be detailing my plans for 2021 regarding the channel. So in 2020, the channel grew exponentially, and I just want to give a huge thank you to all of you who have subscribed, liked every video, and commented on every video. It really does mean a lot, and in this year, in 2021, the channel will grow exponentially with the way I plan on presenting content toward all of you. Now, in 2020, I stopped doing the League of Legends podcast, which was the first League of Legends podcast that I ever had started. It was with a guy named Hedgie, actually. I think you guys remember him if you're a longtime subscriber. I stopped it because the quality in that podcast was just really bad, and I just couldn't stand to look at it anymore. I did it all wrong, and that's why I chose to rebrand it toward the C9 Fancast, which has been very successful. You guys really enjoyed that series, and it will be the mainstay pre-recorded League of Legends podcast on the channel. Rift Insight was a series I started because I got the inspiration from it from watching Summoning Insight with features Monty and Thorin. And you guys loved when I talked to my friend, Buff Studman, or Beezus, or whatever he calls himself. And I was like, okay, I can just take that dynamic me and him have and just put it in a live stream format where you guys can also, comment your opinions too, because I want you guys to be involved with the channel as well and giving me feedback on certain things that I may not understand fully, and it can go both ways. So me and him started that, and Rift Insight is also here to stay. The views on the live streamed Rift Insight episodes are absolutely insane. The likes are really good. The audience retention is really good. You guys are engaging consistently. It's a really great series to have on the channel, and that's kind of where I'm leaving it at. Consistently throughout time, I'm going to have on different guests. Some weeks, Buff Studman or Beezus can't be on because of work, and that's why I have to have other people on, which I will consistently have over the course of 2021. When the season starts, that's when Rift Insight really starts though, but earlier on right now, I'm getting out the early episodes where we're doing the tier list on the LCS, LEC, LPL, the LCK players, but we might not get to the LPL or the LCK because it's really hard to find what their rosters are and what the actual tier list could even look for those things. It's just a bunch of mess, But in terms of the LEC, I do plan on making some LEC videos coming up very soon. And in terms of the team content that I've been doing, so I actually have a few more teams from the LCS to talk about. At the time of recording this video, I have CLG to talk about, FlyQuest, and Evil Geniuses, which I will make personal videos on like I did with Cloud9, TSM, Team Liquid, and 100 Thieves. And the only two teams I really plan on talking about from the LEC are just G2 Esports and Fnatic. I don't really think I want to give my time to the other teams because, unless they actually prove to me they can actually take down Fnatic and G2, I just don't care. You can put together an amazing roster on paper, but at the end of the day, if G2 and Fnatic are still clapping you, then it doesn't really make any sense to really talk about you. Because in the LCS, not Flame of the LEC, there are other teams that can win despite the current circumstances and situations they're currently in. And I'm pretty sure most of my European viewers will agree with this. For the LEC, or EULCS back in the day, it's only been G2 and Fnatic. So there's just really no point to talk about any other roster. I might talk about Schalke. Their roster is kind of interesting, but other than that, it's pretty much it. So yeah, there's only Evil Geniuses, FlyQuest, CLG, Fnatic, and G2 for the teams that I plan on talking about. I'll finish up all the LCS teams that are remaining, and then go to the LEC teams. Now, in terms of the other content that I want to bring to you guys for 2021, I want to do weekly power rankings. I really enjoyed that. I plan on doing that for the LCK, the LEC, and the LCS. It's really hard to do it for the LPL. LPL content would come this year, but it's gonna be not as much as the other three regions, which are, pretty easy to digest for the viewers. The LPL comes on at a really bad time. The casters are fine, generally, because they kind of rotate them out, usually every single year, with them mostly leaving and going to other regions. I like watching the LPL. I like watching it overall. It's enjoyable to watch. It's just a bad time, and Usually, to really get down the games, I'll just pretty much have to react to the highlights, then watch the VODs. So I can do LPL content this year. It's just going to be kind of hard to. But I am up for the challenge, and I can do it. In terms of LCS, LEC, and LCK, it's pretty much just the same thing. Weekly power rankings, and I will be doing the recaps for all the regions that I just mentioned. So you guys know how we have like the LCS thoughts and opinions week 1. Well, that's going to now translate into the LCK week 1 thoughts and opinions, you know. So I know it's kind of hard to do it with the LCK with their game structure and their times. It's going to be harder, but all I have to do is just basically set up a day where I can instantly do it, where it's not going to be conflicting with a future schedule coming up. So that's pretty much that. So weekly power rankings are returning. So I got a question. It was from a long time subscriber where he basically asked, where did those day-to-day predictions go? So that was something that I just came up with on the fly, where basically you're predicting week to week, like which team is going to win. That might come back. I'm not too sure yet, because when we start the LCS 2021 spring split after the LCS 2021 lockdown tournament, the spring split 2021 for the LCS is going to be in 5 weeks, they said. So that's going to be a lot of games to look at, do VOD reviews, talk about on podcast. There's just so much that's going to be producing from the LCS 2021 spring split that I don't want it to overtake the other 2 regions that I plan on talking about a lot, because what people don't know is that I watch all the regions that are definitely pretty good, like the LCS, the LEC, the LPL, and the LCK, right? But I have to give them their own due amount of time, and I think adding in those day-to-day predictions really doesn't amount to much overall than just basically predicting something like an upset, which that's only the really good thing that comes out of that. So that might not ever return. That was something that I was experimenting with when I first started doing the channel. Like, it's something that I wanted to just kind of be out there with and maybe have some new type of content that might gain a lot of people. But over time, it's not about the people. It's more like that type of content doesn't really amount to anything. You know, like the Rift Insight series and C9 Fancast, they amount to something. And the League of Legends news that I do, it amounts to something. I want the content that I do to amount to something, not just basically going, oh yeah, I predicted that Cloud9 could beat G2 at MSI 2021 finals. It really doesn't matter, honestly. Now, for Worlds and MSI, that's probably when I'll be doing that, because, you know, you're kind of predicting something in a small sector, and since Worlds and MSI are basically just taking up the time that you would be talking about the other bigger regions, that's fine. I think that's what I'll do moving forward. I'll just put, like, the match predictions for MSIs and Worlds moving forward. So, also, VOD reviews. So I've kind of always wanted to do VOD reviews, but I don't want to VOD review every single game. I only want to VOD review the important games, because I really feel like I could get a lot more better at realizing certain things in the game just by doing VOD reviews, and I think you guys would enjoy that overall. VOD review content does really well on YouTube for League of Legends, and I really want to get into that, actually. So yeah, those are basically just the things I want to do. The weekly power rankings for the LCS, the LEC, and the LCK, and I want to do the LCK thoughts and opinions week 1s like I do for the LCS and the LEC. So I'm adding that in. And for basically the day-to-day match predictions, they're going to get moved to just MSIs and Worlds, because that's going to be a lot more easier to do. Now, in terms of watching games live, like me and my friend did for Worlds 2020, that can happen, but the problem with that happening is I'm generally never off on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I am always working on those days, like always, and he is too. So what I wanted to do was, if I was off on, you know, a Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday, I kind of wanted to do what I did for Worlds 2020, which was just basically watching a game live and then just reacting to what's going on. You guys really enjoyed that, so I want to actually consistently do that, but it's really hard to do that because my work schedule doesn't really allow that, though. But I think that I could also just strictly move that into just MSIs and Worlds too, which would be a lot more easier, and you guys would get it on special occasions rather than just me doing it every single week. So what I'm pretty much going to do is the weekly power rankings, thoughts and opinions, LCK is now added for the LCS, the LEC, and the LCK. That's added. And then you're also going to be getting C9 Fancast as usual, Rift Inside as usual, and you will also be getting VOD reviews. So these are things that I'm just kind of contemplating right now. I don't want to overload myself because on my main channel, I have a lot of videos that I actually just generally have to do because I want to make sure you guys get enough time for me here, and I want to make sure my main channel gets enough time for me over there. That way it doesn't exactly conflict. And I know you really have to put in the time and grind work for the League of Legends seasons when it starts, because you're basically just now, in terms of the off season, there's not really much going on unless you're talking about the individual moves that would come from any given off season. That's why you're getting a ton of off season content from me, because there's really not much else going on other than the other like little tournaments that go on. Kespa Cup that happened, I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. And then you also have the LCS lock-in, which is coming up in what, like a week or so. Yeah, it's coming up actually in like a week or so. So we'll have that as more content to talk about moving forward. So, yep, that's pretty much it. And the other thing is that if you ever want to be on the C9 Fancast, I have a Discord, which is in the link in the description box below of every single video. Yeah. If you guys ever want to join the C9 Fancast, it is open to you. If you have a Discord, and if you ever want to join episodes, read the pinned messages when there are going to be episodes. Have a good microphone. Don't sound like a freaking electric company when they're trying to, you know, hook up some electric poles. You're all fucking staticky and shit. As long as you don't sound like that, you can get in. For Rift Insight, I normally invite people on. That's more like my thing, but the C9 Fancast is just like anybody can join that. That's like whatever, you know. But Rift Insight, that's for me. I have to invite you if I like your opinions on your insight on certain things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me run down what I plan on doing. So as for thoughts and opinions, it continues, but it will be with the LCK added to it. Then you're going to get weekly power rankings, LCS, LEC, LCK. Then you're also going to get VOD reviews on the important games. And day-to-day match predictions and day-to-day live game reacting will move to MSIs and Worlds. That way, the content gets spread out, and it's very diverse, and that's pretty much it. This is something that I'll add toward the end of the video, which is if there's any one person that wants to just strictly talk about one region, I can set up episodes like that as well, but you'd have to be really consistent because I want to do it every week. You know, like the content has to come out every week regarding these regions. So let's just say you specifically want me and you to talk about the LPL. Well, you would have to watch the LPL games, and so would I, and we would consistently go over them every week. If you miss a week, it becomes kind of like this. Let's say if one person is more dedicated than the other. Well, I can't do it on my own because, like, we established we're doing it together, right? We established we're doing it together, and that, like, is bad because if the viewer gets adjusted to us being together, then it means that this series has to stop. I don't want to just start a series and then end it. I really don't like doing that. I have rebooted a lot of series on my main channel because of quality and other people not really being as dedicated as I am. And I know people are not going to be as dedicated as I am, but you have to look at it from my perspective and the viewer's perspective. If you commit to a project, I need you to commit to it. It's just how it is. There's a reason why I moved people off the Discord group in the C9 Fancast type thing on Discord earlier on, because there was just not a lot of dedication, and I can't have that. You know, I have to have consistent content coming out in order to grow. So that's pretty much what it boils down to. I know there's some people that want to talk about Europe as more like a thing that we do kind of like for the LCS, because I kind of don't like doing them all at once in one episode, because if one person is in the Fancast and they don't know what we're talking about, it's kind of weird, but it's not bad at all, personally. It's just like, you know, I would like it to be separate, which produces more episodes, but, you know, it depends on you. If you want to do it with me, I'll talk about EU with you, solo, and a few other people. Hell yeah, I'll do it. I did it before in those other bad LOL podcast episodes, you know, but hey, happens sometimes, you know. But that goes into what I'm saying. You have to understand, if you want to talk about the LCK or Europe as like in a solo form of a podcast, which would be the C9 Fancast and just episodes not dedicated to the LCS, then we obviously have to find a time where we're both free and make sure we watch all the games and make sure that, you know, we're consistent with it. But that's if you want to take me up on that offer. You don't have to. It doesn't really matter. But if you ever want to join and be a part of the C9 Fancast, the Discord link is in the description box below of every single video, like this channel's link and my main channel's link. Those are the only links there, actually. But, yep, that's pretty much it for everything I wanted to detail for you guys. If you guys have any, basically suggestions on what type of content you personally want to see for 2021, I'm all ears. Throw out your suggestions. If you're being a complete dick, your opinion will not get heard. Oh, there's that one thing I wanted to talk about. I've been very open with this, and I don't know why people haven't heard what I'm saying. I really could care less for ranked. I really could honestly care two shits and a rat's furry ass about ranked. I don't play ranked anymore. Ranked is useless. There's no point in me being gold or diamond or platinum. There isn't. Want to know why? Because I'm not going to be an LCS, LEC, LCK, or LPL pro. I'm just not. And a lot of people really have to accept that fact. You're not going to be a pro. That's just how it works. But that's not the point. The point about me I'm trying to bring up is it doesn't matter if I'm high ranked. I know what I'm talking about. I can watch the games, see what's going on. Casters do not impose anything on my opinion. There's a reason why I was able to predict the games in the right situations that I did, because obviously I can look at the game, see what's going on, see who's playing well, and see who's not playing well. It's actually pretty easy when you've been watching League of Legends just as long as me. I don't play ranked. I don't care about my rank. I don't give a shit about it. So when people say, oh, well, why would they listen to you? You're unranked. I don't care. I really, truly, honestly don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter if I tell my friends I'm diamond. It doesn't matter. You want to know why it doesn't matter? Because let's say you go up to your friends and you're like, well, I'm diamond in League of Legends. They're going to be like, huh, but my other friend is diamond too. And when you add in that point, people are like, well, I know how the game is supposed to be played. You could ask that to 10 different League players and get 10 different answers. There's no way exactly League of Legends has to be played. I don't know where that came up from. I don't know what type of stupid fuck said that shit, because that's dumb. I'll take it from this point of view. Let's say you tell me you know how the game's supposed to be played. I can tell you how the game's supposed to be played. And you can get that same different response from 10 different people scattering between ranks of platinum, diamond, grandmaster. It really doesn't matter, honestly. It really doesn't, because what you're saying is not going to obviously apply to me or the people, but it might. That's why League of Legends is so good to watch, and it's so amazing to play, because like not one answer is correct. There really isn't. Even through all the teams that have won worlds, that have, did well internationally, there's never been one right way of playing the game. And I hate that mentality. And I don't care if people think that I'm bad for being unranked. I don't care. Playing ranked is terrible in North America. Playing ranked is horrible. Like, I was a complete dick to people when I was playing ranked. I don't want to just be a dick to people. That's wrong. I'm not like that. I'm only a core. I'm actually, hold on, fuck. Sorry, my words. I'm actually only mean to people if you're actually mean to me. There's a reason why those people who got banned in those streams got banned. You're being a dick for no reason whatsoever. Just be a dick. I don't like that. And you're gone. And I want to hear a shitty opinion. And I've heard some shitty opinions on these podcasts. Oh my god. I've wanted to blow my brains out on some of these shits. I'm not kidding. So many people have really shit opinions on some of the episodes I did in the past. But, overall, I'm just trying to get you to understand. I'm just being honest with you. And I'd rather just be honest than not be honest. I've said this before, but I'll just reiterate it again. I don't play ranked anymore. I haven't played ranked in a good minute. It's been a long time since I played ranked. Probably, maybe 2 years, a year. Don't care anymore. I haven't missed it since I stopped playing ranked, and I don't care. I truly, honestly don't care. I'd rather just play a normal game, play fucking Syndra, one-shot people with QWE combos, and ignite them, and as I blow my entire load on them, than fucking worry about going into ranked and having someone pick Nunu because Nunu is banned from them. Yeah, I'd rather not deal with that. I'd rather just play the game. I don't care. People think I'm bad for being on ranked. I don't really care. I really, truly, honestly don't care. I can tell who's a bad player and who's a good player. It's pretty obvious once you've been watching for a very long time and once your eye test actually works. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions towards any content you want to see moving into 2021, then definitely let me know in the comment section below. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace. You guys have a good day. Yo, it's the Nightwing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video that you guys just watched. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. And if you never want to miss out on a single upload, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I post a video. Thank you guys for the continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.